Buongiorno, Habibi and Habitis. We got Bitcoin at $60,688. It is Thursday, August 22nd, 9:52 a.m. Yesterday, I made a video, Bitcoin and altcoins, big price move brewing today, what I'm watching, and bam, we got kind of what I was looking for to pan out. And we got a daily close above, let's see it, 61K, and then we had a retest back down. Today is going to be a big day because we need to see that follow through. Really need to see on the daily chart Bitcoin get above that 50-day moving average around 61,500, and if it were to come down, hold that 200 moving average at $59,500. Looking at the daily chart, we do have that kick up in momentum with the TSI, but we need to see that get above the zero line. But this could be, the early stages of the pump here. So looking at the 12-hour chart, we're pressing up through that zero line right now. I really would like to see that green, the slower line, get above the zero line for that to be confirmed. Then looking at the 12-hour chart as well too, we actually broke above this 786 here from the high that we had set on Monday to the low that we had set on Tuesday. We broke above it yesterday, retested, came back down. So in the short term, $60,800, at least for a 12-hour body of the candle, to close above that level is going to be key. And for us to maintain above this 12-hour 50 moving average as well too, which held as resistance for the past couple days here. Resistance broke above, retest support again. That was the same line that we broke back on Friday earlier this month, which led to capitulation. As well, it was the line that back here in July we broke above, which sent us up to around 70K. So we're at a key point. Right now. It looks like things are starting to get exciting. So you're going to want to subscribe, hit the notification bell, leave a like and a comment, share this with every crypto holder you know. Tell them to wake up because the market's waking up as we speak. Looking at this trend line coming up, we've held this as support since that capitulation moment. And one thing that we're watching for was kind of what happens on the left. So this is our anchor, this middle line right here. What happens on the left happens on the right. And we're kind of fulfilling that right now. So what should lead up next is us going to 63,500, maybe a retest back down, and then for us to fulfill this other side of the pattern and bring us up to around maybe a retest of 67 to 69K again. Looking at the 2-day chart, we're finally flipping MACD to green with the TSI crossing up as well too. That's solid, but we're still stuck below this EMA ribbon. We need to see further continuation and for us to get above that key level of 63,000. Looking at the dollar melting down, it's at 101.46. If you look in the middle of the screen, we are getting a little of a bounce today. We do have that break of that trend line. We may see a bounce up to retest this trend line before rolling over more, but we need to stay below that trend line. Bond yield seeing a little bit of a bounce, and then looking on the right side of the screen, we have the US NAS 100, and let's take a look at what that's doing. We see that we had a break above this 786, but let's change the setting to long term and see what's mapping out here. So we're actually at the 786 from the high that we had set back in July to the low that we had set in August right now. So it's going to be key for the US NAS 100 to break above that 20,000 level and to hold as support to then potentially see new all-time highs. And where I'd be targeting is this 24,000 level before getting really cautious. So that's for the macro drivers. Look on the left side of the screen. We have the pump dump chart for all the total crypto market cap. We need to see this break down just a little bit lower, because if we do, we're going to see a meltdown just like we did back here in July. Kind of looks similar. We had the July 14th at that 12-hour 50 MA. If we break down from it, just like back here on the 12-hour chart, July 14th with that 50 MA right here, we broke above with Bitcoin, and then we broke down from here. So we're at that same point. We need to break down from here, and then we can see Bitcoin break. Well, it already did, but see more continuation and get above those 12-hour 200 MAs. So looking at that, pump dump chart looks good. We want to see that meltdown below the zero line. It's looking ready to. And the 1 day is curling over. So we didn't see a pop up like this, but it's still kind of, we're in a cautious moment. But for now, it looks like it's just ready to melt down. And if it melts down, we see cryptos pump up. Looking on the right side of the screen, we see the alt season pulse chart, which right now, if we see this go down, then alts are in a good place to be risk on, to be heavier on alts. And looking at this 1-day chart, we see we're breaking down below that zero line. And it looks like, we're doing a head and shoulders where we're going to see further continuation lower. And then we could see a really big move for altcoins, just like how we did back late February, March, and then we topped around late March. We could be going into a good period for alts to have a really nice bounce. Looking at the alt season pulse chart for alts on the 12-hour chart, we're already breaking down and we're below that 12-hour 50 MA. So alts are kind of leading the way and showing more strength in Bitcoin at the moment, which leads me to believe that Bitcoin is going to catch up. Looking at the 12-hour chart for others, getting above that zero line, the slow lines rapidly moving up there as well too. Looking at the 1-day chart, we're starting to see a nice kick up. Pink is above the blue. It's everything we wanted to see, but I'd like to see a little more, and for us to get above this 1-day 50 moving average, which is coinciding with that 2618 breakout extension. So this is what I'm watching. A couple altcoins that are on my radar for strength. It was as well too. So some coins that I'm eyeing for outbreak. You guys updated in the market update channel. And for Stargate VIPs, you have access to all the signals channels here. Make sure you have your notifications on, because even yesterday before AVAX just pumped big, I had said that, hey, it could be a good time to swap some Solana into AVAX. Looks like an ideal time for a peer-to-peer swap from Solana into AVAX. So far, that should be playing out good. So make sure you have your notifications on if you have access to all the premium channels. And if you don't have access and you join the Discord, go to Unlock All Signals channel. You can see the plans there if you want access. So join the Discord, link is in the bio, and I'll see you guys there and in the next video.